everyone, so today I want to talk to you about fandoms, because that's a thing that exists and it's also a thing that I'm a part of. A lot of them. I'm in a lot of fandoms. I have been in a lot of fandoms since I was about 10. I know what the fandom life is like. Anyway, the thing that I really want to talk about is specifically this idea of a biggest fan, and that someone somewhere exists and is the biggest fan of a person ever, and that no one else is as much of a fan as this one individual person. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm innocent from this, like we all do it, we all have the I'm your biggest fan moment, and I'm really sorry if you just got Lady Gaga in your head. But in reality, the biggest fan doesn't exist. You can't measure who makes a bigger fan. What would those characteristics even be? How many times you've met a person? How much merch you have? If they've tweeted you? Have you seen them in concert? Do you own all of their books? If you have all of those things, then that's absolutely great. But if you don't have any of those things, it doesn't make you less of a fan. When I was in school, there was a lot of competition between me and other people that would like similar things, with how much merch we could have and how much money we could spend, and if we'd seen someone live and how close we were to the stage when we saw someone live. And when I look back on it, it's ridiculous. We were all just a fan of that person. Even just going to the concert was supporting them. Just because someone was sat closer doesn't make you support them more. It just means you got lucky and got closer tickets. Like, obviously I didn't realise it at the time, and I was very upset when I didn't get to see some of my favourite people live, or I didn't get some of my favourite books straight away and other people did, and it made me really jealous. In all honesty, it was a really stupid thing to be jealous about. It's a stupid thing to exist as well. The idea of a biggest fan because you're more relevant somehow, or you've done something that has more relevance, it's ridiculous. I recently saw an entire Tumblr page dedicated to a specific fandom, and I won't say which. It was just a list of blogs that were considered the highest ranking in that fandom. So the people that had the most followers, or the people that had the most online recognition. And that's great. It's great that the art you create is noticed. It's great that fan fiction you create is noticed. And it's great that you have a big following, because that's the exciting thing. But it really makes people that don't feel shit and like they're not validated in the fandom, and that they're not part of the actual fandom. Like seriously, what are the entry requirements for things like this? Right, by requirement, I must know, do you own any merch of the person that you are a fan of? No, I don't. Have they tweeted you? No, but have you met them? No. Have you seen them live in any shape or form? No, because the ticket's sold out. I'm really sorry, but if you don't meet any of those requirements, you can no longer be part of this fandom. I saw a lot of people saying, but I don't make fan fiction and I don't create art and I'm really useless and I'm a really bad fan, and I just want you to know that you're not. If you don't make art or fan fiction or anything, you're there reading it and you're there seeing it and sharing it. I've seen it happen with people that are old fans, make people that haven't known about a thing for as long feel bad for not knowing about it as long. I have nostalgia about lots of things, and I understand that kind of thing. People go, well, they're mine and I knew them first, but they're a thing, and if you want them to be successful, more people are going to know about them, and more people are going to know about them years down the line. So it's silly to say that someone's less of a fan just because they haven't heard of something. I was on Twitter the other day and I saw a member of this one fandom shout at another member of the fandom for the abbreviation that they used to describe the fandom, because it was the new one, and if she'd been here since the beginning, she'd know the old way. I was just reading Twitter like, really? If she supports a thing and she's sharing and talking about this person's work, does it really matter which abbreviation she uses? No. I just think it's a really silly idea, because everyone's just a fan, and if you have all the merch or no merch, if you've met the person or you haven't, if you got a tweet from the person or if you haven't, if they follow you or if they don't, if you've seen them live, if you've got their books, it doesn't matter. If you support a thing and you like a thing, then that's fine, and you're being a fan and you're supporting that person. Even just having a Twitter with their name in your thing is some kind of support and awareness for who this person is. So honestly, don't worry about it. I wish I could have told little me that, because she probably could have saved a lot of money on pointless merch that she didn't really need. I'll find use for that Hamilton Pencil case one day. Ed Sheeran says it really well actually. He doesn't like doing paid meet and greet, like paid for meet and greets, because he doesn't think it's fair to give someone who has a little bit more money an advantage over someone that doesn't, because they're both equal, and they're both a fan, and they both support him the same amount, and they both deserve the same thing. You shouldn't ever feel like you're less of a fan, or you don't have a right to be part of the fandom because maybe you can't buy merch, or maybe you're not allowed to. When I was younger, I didn't have my own means of income. My mum and dad weren't going to spend loads and loads of money on merch and everything. I had to wait until I was old enough and have my own job to be able to choose what I wanted to buy. And it's great if you do buy people's merch and you can buy things and stuff because they really appreciate that support, and that's great. I have lots of merch from lots of different fandoms and I love having merch and it's great, but it doesn't make me a bigger fan of the person just because I have merch and someone else doesn't. We're the same, we're all a fan. I just think that we should all just appreciate something instead of making people feel bad for not appreciating it enough, which doesn't make any sense. Let me know your thoughts on this. I've seen a lot of it going on recently and a lot of people seemingly quite sort of upset, and it being quite a big thing on Tumblr and Twitter as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. Thank you for watching. All my links are below.